Well, good morning, City on a Hill, and welcome into a little bit of a different episode this morning. This is not a full-length episode, but we did want to put something out there to kind of tell you a little bit about what's coming up next weekend, which is, as you know, the most important weekend for us as Christians, Good Friday and Resurrection Sunday. And rather than sharing with you all the details right here, I want to show you a quick video. What is up, City on a Hill? As you know, Resurrection Sunday is coming, or as the pagans call it, Easter. I wanted to make you aware of a few things that are happening here on that weekend. April 2nd is Good Friday, April 4th, Resurrection Sunday. We've got services planned for each. Right now, you can see we're kind of in the Circle Drive, right in the front in between the Worship Center and the Kids Building. If you were here for Christmas Eve, when we did our Christmas Eve service, this is exactly where Good Friday service is going to be. It'll be a little more stripped down, more acoustic in nature for the time of worship. We will be taking the Lord's Supper as well. We'll have individually wrapped elements that you can come and safely pick up and take. We will not have childcare for this particular service, but it's outdoors, and so bring your kids. It's good for them to see their parents worshiping and God's people gathering. We are going to be meeting on Friday night, April 2nd at 7 p.m., okay? So normally our nights of worship are at 6:30, but because this is on a Friday, it's a work day for a lot of you, we wanted to give that extra time, buffer time to eat, do whatever you need to do before you get here. 7 p.m. on Good Friday. We hope that you will be here. This is not going to be live streamed, so again, we're outdoors, we're doing the things that we know are necessary to make you feel comfortable enough to come and gather with God's people. We hope that you will take advantage of that. Now, follow me, because we're going to go over to where Resurrection Sunday is going to be. Come on. Okay, so for the main event, Sunday, Resurrection Sunday, we are going to be out here, not over in the Circle Drive. This is the outdoor stage. We are doing some reinforcing right now to it. We're going to have LED panels up on the stage, a professional sound system. We have a professional sound engineer coming in. We're making this the best we can possibly make it. We're going all out for the Sunday that we as Christians have to celebrate higher than any other Sunday, Resurrection Sunday. If we're not the resurrection, we of all people are to be the most pitied, Paul says. And so really looking forward to this morning. We're going to have about 500 chairs out on the lawn. We highly encourage you, especially those of you with younger children, bring a blanket and put it out on the lawn. Kids are typically, as you know, better at running around and sitting on the ground than they are in chairs. And so take advantage of the space. We've got tons of it out here. If you are a little more worried about your health still, haven't gotten the vaccine, you can still safely distance out here. Even if you have something like a truck or a trailer, back it up into the parking lot and sit in your truck. Like, that's totally fine. It's going to be loud out here. We're doing everything we can to make this to where anybody, regardless of what's going on in their lives, can be here. We're trying to take away all the excuses, in other words, legitimate excuses that you've had over the last year to come out, worship with God's people, and celebrate the thing that we hold to be the highest thing to celebrate, Jesus rising from the dead. Now, if you have kids, let me also say, we don't have childcare that morning, but we are going to have a couple bounce houses out here. We're also going to have a petting zoo, so that's going to be a lot of fun for them as well. We're going to be hosting and witnessing somewhere around like 6 to 10 baptisms. We already have several people signed up. There are a couple more who are going through the process right now to get signed up. And so that leads me to say, if that's something you've been putting off and want to be baptized on a memorable morning, then comment or message us, and we will message you and get you into that process as well. There's still time for us to sit down, have that conversation, make sure that you're ready in the right frame of mind, and then we'd love to celebrate your baptism on that day as well. We're going to be talking about the Passover from Exodus. We were in Exodus not that long ago, James and I, and so we're coming back to that to talk about the Passover, the picture in the Old Testament of what is fulfilled in the New Testament with Jesus on the cross. And so, man, we're so excited. 10:30 a.m. right out here on the lawn on the outdoor stage. come out here, come worship with God's people, gather with God's people. But we're outdoors. A lot of people have started getting their vaccines. Let me just say that for all of the reasons mentioned, we are not live streaming this service. We're not doing it because it's going to take a little bit of extra money to do something that we would only probably do this one time. So it seems like an irresponsible use of God's money. And we're already pulling out all the stops to make it safe enough for you to be here in person. Take advantage. Don't sit at home. Don't neglect to gather with God's people. The scripture tells us that gathering together is so important. And so don't put this off. There's no reason not to. You're going to be outdoors. It's going to be safe. There's plenty of distance. Come worship with us. 10:30, Resurrection Sunday. We cannot wait to see you there.
Okay, now I know what many of you are thinking. Was the cartwheel planned? It was not. It was very spontaneous. My hand actually caught something in the grass that got a little bit of an allergic reaction. It was itching all day yesterday. To the more important stuff, we are very, very excited about both of these services. They're going to be both outdoors. As I mentioned, we're not live streaming. The reason for that is we're already going through great pains to make these things happen in a quality way, outside, safe, with plenty of distance, and to do it on a stream as well just kind of seems self-defeating. Now, we are going to record these services, so if you're out of town or if you're legitimately like sick and cannot come, if you're sick, then please don't come. If you cannot be here on those nights, then on probably sometime that next week, I'm not going to give you a day because I don't know exactly when. Once they're all edited together, we'll have those pushed out onto the YouTube channel as well. And so you will be able to see that for sure. Now, what's really exciting is tomorrow when you show up for church, we have invite cards for Easter Sunday. And we're going to ask you to bring as many of those as you feel like you can pass out to people, co-workers, friends, family members, neighbors, whoever you have in mind. This is, statistically speaking, the one service, probably more than any others, that people will actually go to church with you. Easter here in the Bible Belt is, a little bit of a thing. And so take advantage of that, man. Get some of those invite cards, give them to people that you know, invite them to come with you, invite them to sit with you or near you. Remember, it's outdoors, so any fear that they may have about being in enclosed quarters or whatever with people that they don't know, all that goes out the window because it's all outside. So take advantage. Good Friday, 7 p.m., that's April 2nd. We are going to take Lord's Supper, and then Resurrection Sunday, April 4th, 10:30 a.m. And remember, as the video said, no childcare, but there will be bounce houses. There will be a petting zoo as well. So lots of great stuff out there. Bring a blanket. Bring some snacks. Why not, right? You're outside. It's on the lawn. It's going to be incredible. We're going to see people be baptized. So really looking forward to that. I don't have any special guests this morning, no games. We're keeping it very simple as we prepare for sort of our Super Bowl Sunday, if you will. There's lots of details to cover, and so just wanted to come before you and say, hey, good morning, hope you're well, hope you're drinking your coffee and doing your devotional like a good Christian. If there is any questions that you have at all throughout any point this week, then do not hesitate to message us. You can message me on Facebook. You can call the church office. Whatever we can do to answer those questions for you. We look forward to seeing you April 2nd, 7 p.m., April 4th, 10:30 a.m. Until then, have a good morning, City on a Hill.